Alright, guys, stop right there. First things first, I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share. It's really important. It helps, one, for me to grow, and two, all my subscribers and all future subscribers, the ones who are gonna subscribe right now, right? Hit that like button as well. You will be automatically entered for a chance to win a $20 gift card of your choice. So, I'm excited about this. All the growth. I want to grow. You want to grow. Let's all grow together. So, here I am. Your favorite Z-list celebrity, Carrendo. We're back at it again. We got a new episode. Hope you guys really enjoy the content. Please leave some comments below. Is there anything topics that you'd like me to cover? Send me your questions. Also on Instagram at the Carrendo Show. Let's get started. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Carrendo Show. Today we have our special guest, April Salcedo, and she's gonna discuss with us a couple of cool stories that she has. And I also brought her over to explain some of her cool and awesome art, in many more ways than just one. So yeah, let's get it started, April.
So I want to first start off with, I don't know if you ever heard of Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. Oh, yes.
Okay, well, that's exactly what happened to me in Valentine's Day weekend. So I'm dating this new guy, and he was like, oh, he wanted to take me up to Santa Cruz, because lately we've just been traveling to like places I've never been to.
Yeah.
So the first place was Santa Cruz, and the first night we got there, it was kind of late at night, so we had like a nice dinner. We didn't want to have like a Valentine's Day dinner because I knew it was going to be packed, and so we had it the night before, and we had like this really cool Italian place in Capitola. I think it's called Capitola. I'm not too sure.
Right.
But it was really romantic. It was nice. Nothing bad happened. And then we were deciding to camp in Dock. I don't know the name, but it starts with Dock. Something Dock, okay? So it was late at night, and it was like really dark, and I kind of got scared, and I was like, nah, let's just sleep in the car. I was up for that. So we slept in the car. It was finally daylight, and we woke up, and we ended up going to the location he wanted to camp at, and it was so nice. It was like in this really nice cliff, and I kind of regretted not camping there. I was like, oh, it would have been nice waking up to that. But after that, we took pictures, everything was nice, and he was like, I want to take you to my favorite beach. And I was like, alright. So he took me to this beach, and in order to get there, you had to like hike down. Okay. And it was like a bunch of rocks and stuff, and it wasn't that bad getting down there, but as soon as we got down there, it was a really nice arc, and I was just taking pictures. Finally, he tells me we're gonna have to run on the other side of the beach, and there's like this tide. So as soon as the tide went like low, it was a low tide, he told me we had to run. So I was just like, alright. So we started running, and I saw the tide coming like towards me, and I got scared, and I stopped. And when I stopped, the water hit me. I got all wet, all the way up to my knees, and I was just there in the water like frozen, because I was just really scared. Yeah, I panicked. And he jumped on top of a rock, so he didn't get wet at all. But after that, when we finally got to the tide went back, like the tide went low again, we got to the sand. And finally, when I got to the sand, I noticed I lost my phone.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, I wasn't too upset about it, because where we were at, it was fucking beautiful and romantic. So I was just like, I have Apple Care. I don't mind paying the $229 deductible, you know? But the only thing that I was a little bit scared, I was like, I hope I backed it up on my cloud. Like, that's just one thing that I kept thinking. And so we finally get to the other side, and he went to go check for my phone, but it was gone. I knew it was gone. I had a feeling it fell in the water and it was gone. So then after we sat down on the sand, he felt bad, and I kind of felt bad for losing my phone, because I felt bad for him feeling bad, right. You know. And so afterwards, he popped out a champagne bottle with like glass, and he was just like, I know I said I didn't want to plan anything for Valentine's Day or gift each other or anything, But he ended up giving me gifts, and I didn't have shit for him, and I felt so bad. I was just like, dude, he said that was our agreement of not giving each other anything, because we're always like constantly giving each other things.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to make it seem like, oh, we have to give each other something on Valentine's Day. And I was kind of a little bit happy, because I get a little bit stressed out with gifts. I'm just like, this guy I'm dating has like everything he could ask for, you know. So for me to like try to give him something, it's kind of hard. And so we had our champagne, and he gifted me these two. I'm into crystals, so he gifted me 2 crystals, which was really nice. And then I started noticing the tide getting higher and higher.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know, man, I think we should go. So we had our champagne, we had our cute little moment, and we started walking back to where the tide was at. And I was fucking scared. I was so scared. I'm scared of like the ocean in general.
Yeah.
I'm really scared. So I noticed the tide was like higher, and it was like really strong. And I told him straight, I was like, I'm scared. He's like, I'm scared too, but I'm just letting you know, like, if you see the water like about to hit you, keep running. And I was like, all right. So finally, like when the tide went back in, he just started running, and I just started chasing him. We were running, and we were like running like to the other side of the beach. And finally, when, like, I start seeing the tide getting closer, and I was just like, I don't want to get wet, so I just kept running. When we finished like getting to the other side, I didn't get wet this time. There's people recording, so you can only imagine like me and him running with the champagne bottle, like the water coming. We're just like and there's people recording there. That shit was fun. We were probably on someone's phone, you know, like running.
And how high is was the water level, or how much would it?
It was probably like up to my stomach.
Okay.
Like the tide, but like once the tide would hit, it was like rough, dude.
Right.
Like Santa Cruz waves are crazy. I was just like, I don't know. I get really scared. Like I don't know. I have a fear of like drowning, or like an animal like touching me or biting me or something. Yeah. I just don't like it. I don't know. It creeps me out, especially because you can't see in the ocean.
Can you swim?
Yeah, I could swim. But I feel like I'll die of fear.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said, yeah. You
I'll
panic.
die.
You freeze when you're panicking. You're those type of people. Yeah. My wife, she's similar. Like, if there's a whatever dangerous situation or just a situation
that she can't control.
Yeah, she just panics, and it's like she freezes. When she panics, she freezes. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And once I told her, I was like, so what do we do if like I don't know, there's a big earthquake, or one of those movie ending things, and I think she said, no, slap me or something, or I'm like, or I'm gonna slap you, like you better react, because I'm not gonna die like this just for some Frozen. But
some Frozen stuff right there.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
But I mean, afterwards it was nice. Finally, when we reached to like the other side of the beach, there was this tent. And it was really romantic. He had like this whole tent for his girlfriend. He had like a bunch of like flower petals on the beach, which they were going on the ocean, which it was not good, okay? But yeah, it was really cute. And I guess their tent got wet because the tide got higher, so they moved it. And I took some rocks from the beach. I don't know, they were like really nice rocks. Some of them had like really cool holes in them, so I took some. And then when we were heading back, a lot of people started coming, so I'm kind of glad. It was like probably like 7 or 8 in the morning when we went to that beach, so it was a good time.
Yeah.
So by the time we were leaving, like a lot of people started going, so I think it's like a really known beach. But afterwards, his whole boots got wet. Okay, everything got wet because he went back looking for my phone. So finally, when we reached to the car, he like put his boots outside so they could dry. We rolled up a spliff. Well, he rolled up a spliff, and then we got ready to like have our breakfast. And we drive away. We go to the bagel spot, and once we get to the bagel spot, he noticed he left his boots at the beach.
Oh, like, no!
By the car. So that was another like bummer. I was like, damn, like this beach, man, he just keeps taking things away from us. So then afterwards, we went to this cool bagel spot called the Bagelery. Nothing bad happened. The food was amazing. We had like bagels. I had a blueberry bagel, and they had some cream. Is it cream cheese? Yeah, it had some cream cheese, regular cream cheese, and then it had like honey almond cream cheese, which was really good. So if you guys ever go to Santa Cruz, you should try out the Bagelery. And then
And what's the place called again? Just so that people know.
it's called the Bagelry.
Bagelry.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a cool bagel spot, you know. And then afterwards, what did we do afterwards? I think I don't know. Oh, afterwards he took me to Santa Cruz, so we explored Santa Cruz after that. And honestly, dude, I wish I went to Santa Cruz. I don't know, Elac compared to Santa Cruz, I was just like, damn, like it's a hippie college, which I really liked. And I don't know if you guys seen Twilight. I don't want to compare Santa Cruz to Twilight, but there's a lot of trees, and if you want to like just you're in class and you just want to go to the forest, you could just walk to the forest and shit, and it's really pretty. So we went to this really we went to Santa Cruz. He showed me around. It was nice. It was empty. There was like nobody there. We only saw like a couple couples like trying to have like a romantic date and stuff, which was really sweet. And then afterwards, we ended up having our Valentine's dinner when we agreed not to, but we ate at this other spot called Malabar. I don't want to hate on them because of COVID. Like, you know, a lot of businesses are like hurting, but man, the food wasn't that great. Like, he's had food there before, and he's like, the menu is constantly changing. So we ordered like, I think I ordered something with calamari. It was like a calamari like fried rice.
Okay.
And I don't know, like I'm usually used to fried calamari, but that shit wasn't fried, and it said fried calamari. Uh-oh. It was just like the pieces of calamari, and I don't know, I got a little bit grossed out because I don't know, it was just not what I was used to. And then it started to freaking sprinkle, dude. So we were sitting outside. It was a little bit cold because Santa Cruz is cold, you know, and it started to sprinkle, so we had to eat our food super fast so like the food wouldn't get wet, but it kind of low-key got a little bit soaked. And then afterwards we went back to the location where we fell asleep in the car. It was like close to the beach, like on a cliff, and I guess it was they had a sign for people that they could camp there from wildfire. Like if there was a wildfire going on, they could camp there. So we were able to like park our car with like nobody bugging us. And it started to sprinkle, so we really couldn't camp, and I was a little bit upset about that, but I was like, whatever, I don't mind sleeping in the car again. You know, we made it comfortable this time. He put his sleeping bag, and I put a couple pillows like on the passenger feet side, so my feet could be a little bit like levitated. Levitated. So then after that, we slept there. We woke up, and this time he was like, I'm gonna take you to this really cool like Buddha temple. He says he's only been there once. I think the last time he was there, like one of his friends took him. So he says it's a really cool spot. So we ended up going to this Buddha temple, and again it was like in the forest, really nice. And the Buddha temple is like, it's like I don't know, it's like a hiking trail Buddha temple. It's weird. So when you go to the Buddha temple, you keep walking up, and there's like different trails that you could hike. So we started hiking. So there's different ways to getting to the temple, or what? No, like there's a gate, and you have to go through that gate, and you're like walking up on the driveway, and then it's like a Buddha temple, and it has like this really cool like big like bell thing you could like turn, and it has like a bunch of like scriptures on it, which is really nice. And then we kept walking, and then we saw another one too, where you're able to like another little temple spot, and they had like that big thing that you hit it with. And it makes like this gong? Really, the gong. They had that, which was really cool. And then he was like, "Are you up for a hike?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then it had barely rained, you know, so you could only imagine how it smelled. Like it smelled so good, and the air smells so fresh. And here in LA, you don't smell that shit. You just smell toxics, like toxins in the air.
All the smog.
For real. And over there, it was just like fresh air. It was really nice. It was really cool. And he kept saying like, "Oh, we should go back already," because we kept like walking on the trail, and we were walking for a long time, and like we couldn't find like an end. We just kept going and going. But I'm the type of person that I just want to see what's out there, you know? Yeah. So I was just like, nah, let's keep going. So he was okay with it. We kept going, and finally he was like, no, let's turn back. Like we just kept walking for like a couple, like probably like 30 minutes. I don't know, but we were just walking for, I felt like a long time, you know? And finally, when we're getting back to the car, he just starts freaking out. My car. And I was just like, what? And he goes, they broke the window.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, oh, shit. And, you know, like, we have all of our things in the back, you know? So I'm over here, like looking to see what they took. And the first thing was, like, check your purse. My purse wasn't even there.
Fuck.
And I have two wallets. So one of my wallets I carry like all of my credit cards, and I have another wallet where I carry my ID and my debit card and cash. So I took that one with me when we went hiking, but I left my credit card wallet. And I was low-key lazy. Like, I know I'm kind of stupid for taking my credit card wallet with me because I had all my cards. And it's not like I was going to use all my cards on the trip. I was just lazy to take out that one card. So I just took my whole credit card wallet because I got lazy for taking out that one card.
Okay.
And they fucking took that wallet. And I had like 10 or 11 credit cards.
Oh, damn.
So I had to cancel all of them. And at first, like, when we noticed the broken window, like, I noticed they took my purse. He checked his backpack because the guy I'm dating makes music. He's a DJ. So you can only imagine, dude, like, him being so freaked out, like, someone taking his laptop. So he checked his backpack and his laptop was there.
Oh, that lucky.
And he was just like, and he hasn't backed up his stuff. So imagine if they would have stole his computer, he would have lost all his years of music, all his years of like everything. And I was really happy they didn't take his computer. Like, honestly, like, I didn't care about my credit cards. Like, I was like, I'm gonna cancel it. You know how usually they help you out and stuff. But I had my glasses in there. That's something, I have extra glasses, which I'm really thankful for, but I'm a little upset because they were my favorite glasses. And then I had my car keys and my headphones, and I had barely bought some vitamin B pills that this chick recommended.
Yeah.
Her name is she's Lulu. She's really cool. I follow her on YouTube, but she hasn't made any videos. But on Instagram, she recommended like vitamin B pills, and she talks about how like it helps with depression. It helps, like, you get a lot of energy.
Like mood, like it helps your mood. Or,
yeah, and then what kind of sold me on buying the vitamin B pills was because she talked about how like she's able to like remember her dreams, and she has like vivid dreams. And I was like, dude, like I want to have vivid dreams. Like I'm all about that because I remember a couple dreams, but it's a little bit like a blur, you know? It's like a bunch of like dreams, but it's just a blur.
Do you dream a lot though, or?
So, I used to, but I feel like smoking kind of like stops that, you know. But I don't smoke before I go to sleep anymore, nothing like that. So I've been having like a couple dreams here and there.
Yeah.
But it's not like I remember them like completely, you know. So I was a little bit sad that they took my pills too. So I was just like, and I had just bought them the day before, dude, like organic. So they're a little pricey, and I was just sad. I was just like, you know. And then he cleaned the passenger side. His phone was dead, so he had to connect his phone. And we saw this man walking, so we asked him for help if he could take photos and text it to him. So, and it was fucking funny. Like, he's like, let me go check my car because I left my car open, and they didn't steal anything from his car. But as he's about to leave, he's like, are you guys students? And I was like, no. And then the guy I'm dating, he's like, oh, I already graduated. And he's like, so you guys are not students? He's like, because if you're students, I'll buy you an iPhone. And we were like, well, as soon as we told him we weren't students anymore, he's like, okay, well, good luck. And he just took off, dude. And I was just like, buy me my shit, bro. You know, like, I don't have to be a student for you to buy me my shit. But that was funny. I thought that was really funny. So then after that, we started like, we were already leaving. He was like, let's just head out home. Like, we were gonna like still stay there for a little bit longer, but we just decided to leave. And we called the cops. We made a police report. I told them what happened, and they were telling me that I needed to call my credit cards and like cancel them and stuff like that. And they were asking me like what was in my purse. And we stopped by like at different like spots where there's trash cans, because you know how sometimes people just steal purses, they just steal what they need and they throw it. Yeah. So I was like hoping I could find my purse like in like a local's like trash can, but nothing, no luck and shit. So I'm over here, like, we went in and out to get food, and I'm over here calling all my credit cards, canceling them all. Like, they only use one card at the moment. So I called Best Buy.
So they did use it. Right.
I called Best Buy, and I made the mistake of calling Best Buy and not my Citibank. Okay. Because I have a credit card for like Visa. So I think when you're not supposed to call Best Buy, you're supposed to call Citibank. Right. And I made the mistake of calling Best Buy, and they're like, you need to call within hours. And I was just like, they're gonna use my card. Like, what do you mean? And she didn't recommend me to call Citibank. So I was just like, I guess I'll call tomorrow. So I called all of my credit cards, canceled all of them, they used one of them, which was my Barclays card, and I didn't know anything on them. And they bought mainly like grocery stuff. They went to CVS, they went to Trader Joe's, and then they went to like this pizza place, and they spent like $100. So I was just like, damn, like these people are hungry, you know. But I feel like it was a group. Honestly, I felt like it was a group. So as soon as I cancel all my cards, like I'm really upset. Like I didn't care nothing about my. I mean, it hurt me a little bit about my phone, you know. But at this point, dude, I was just like, fuck, like Murphy's Law, where like anything. What does it say?
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, that's the saying. Exactly, that's what happened. And then as soon as I cancel all of my cards, we're drive. It's like a 4, 5, 6 hour drive. So, dude, the window was broken and it was cold. And it was like,
no, damn.
So, not only did I have to, like, call my credit cards and cancel, I had to deal with the cold wind, dude. And I fucking hate the cold. That's something I hate.
And they broke the passenger window?
The passenger window.
Front one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, it was on my side.
So you were hitting the whole road.
Yeah, dude. And then I felt like a glass, like, was, like,
shit.
stuck, like, somewhere in my face. And, I kept, like, trying to, like, in my eyelid, somewhere in my eyelid. And I scraped myself a little bit, dude. It was a glass stuck, and I took it off. And at that point, I wanted to cry. I was just like, I don't like to cry, you know. But at that point, I just felt like very defeated and shit. I'm like, really, like, I was just like, whatever. So I told him, I'm gonna sit in the back. Like, I just can't handle this wind. And there's like broken glass on the side. I don't want it to like hit me in the face or something. He already cleaned off like the seat area, and he put like a blanket so I could sit on top of like whatever glass was left. But I didn't get hurt from that. But I just sat in the back, dude, and I covered myself. And it was cold, and I just like, I was like whimpering. I was low-key like, like low-key. I was like that in the back, and he couldn't hear me, but I was like, I was just like very sad and shit. And then we get home, and then I was like, you know, I left my car in his house. And we were going to go to his house so I could move my car, but I needed to get my extra spare key. And at that point, I didn't want to go back to his house and then drive back home. I was like really fucking tired. So I told him, you know what, I'll just give you the key so you could move my car from your driveway and you could park your car in, you know, because it has a broken window. We get there, and as soon as we're getting out the car, some guy's like walking, and it's 1 a.m, so some guy starts walking up to us, and I was like, I don't have any money. They stole my wallet, because I like helping people out, you know. But at that point, I was just like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm like having a bad day already. And he comes up to us, and he's like, excuse me, can you please call an ambulance? I feel like I'm having a heart attack. And it was this young like early like mid-20s, like late 20s, you know. And he was like having a heart attack. So like the guy that I'm dating starts calling the ambulance, and my mom, she opens the door because I called her, and I don't have my keys because they stole my keys. So she's like, abrir, métete, and I was just like, oh shit. So I go inside, I'm looking for my spare key, we can't find it, and me and my mom start arguing a little bit because my mom's Hispanic, but she's like one of those hardcore Hispanic moms, and she's like, you see, that's what happens when you leave your purse out in the open. And I'm like, you know what, I was already upset and I wanted to cry, and I was like, you know what, I'm having a bad day, like this is not what I need you to tell me that everything's gonna be okay. And we couldn't find the key, so I walked back downstairs, and I just felt really bad, and I just started crying, and I don't want to cry in front of this guy, you know, but I was just like, my mom is like that one last thing that got to me when she just made me feel bad, you know. So I started crying and shit. And 2 days passed, we couldn't find the car keys. My mom ended up finding the car keys between the sofa, and I was able to get it. When I canceled my credit card for Best Buy that night, I tried to do it online because I couldn't do it on the phone. They ended up using that card too.
Right.
So they used 2 of my credit cards, which was really upsetting. I was able to like get that fixed and stuff, but I was still upset about like my car keys, my glasses, and like my phone after, you know. And I did the claim for my phone, and it took a week. They're like, yeah, your phone will arrive tomorrow. I think I did it on the 16th because I got home on the 16th. I lost my phone on the 14th, and then on the 16th I made the claim. So finally I made the claim and everything, and they're like, oh yeah, your phone's gonna arrive tomorrow. And 6-7 days passed and nothing. And I kept checking on the web, because they gave me a tracking and everything, but I guess because of the weather and like the other side on Tennessee, and I think it was on Tennessee, it was like slow. Yeah, it was slow shipment, and I was just like upset. I didn't have a phone for a whole week, so it felt so weird. Like, I had to use my laptop for everything.
Yeah.
And then when I would leave the house, I didn't want to take my laptop with me because I was kind of scared, like, they'll break into my car or something. But yeah, dude, like, all that shit happened on Valentine's Day weekend. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, I was in between that, you know? But I mean, I had such a good time at Santa Cruz. Like, really, really good time. I don't know. It was just, I'm never gonna forget that, you know? But
Right.
I'm down to go again, but I'm not gonna leave my purse anywhere near the window or like for them to see. I'm just gonna take it with me. But yeah.
And was there any chance that guy that said, "Oh, I'll buy you a new iPhone"? It wasn't him that stole the.
Because I mean,
why would you offer to buy an iPhone like randomly?
At first, I kind of felt a little bit like weirded out. I was just like, okay, why is this guy like saying that? You know, because he even said, "Let me go check my car. My car's open." I'm like, who leaves their car open? Like,
right.
You know. So I kind of had a feeling it could have been him, but I was just like, I don't know. In the end, he was just like, he was a really like positive guy, I guess. He was like, you should forgive them, don't hold anything back. Like, he was that dude.
I'm getting that vibe that it was him then.
Yeah, he's like, you should forgive them, like, you know, like, good things are gonna happen to you, don't worry. And like, he kind of gave me that vibe, you know, but at the same time, I didn't want to like judge this guy and like blame him, because I tend to do that a lot, you know. Like, I tend to like, if somebody like, I feel like, oh, it's this person, you know, but I feel like it was a group, because he was alone. And they spent a lot of money on food, and they used 2 of my cards at different locations, you know. And I checked the time, so when they took my credit card, I think we were gone for 3 hours. So between those 3 hours, as soon as they took my credit card, they started using it. Like, we were there for 3 hours, so when we got back to our car, that's when we saw the guy. So that was like 3 hours after. But when they stole my card, it happened like an hour before we got there. So they started using it right away, so I know it wasn't him, you know, because they had left.
Yeah.
Who would stay there? And plus, when they break a window, the alarm goes off, you know. So I feel like he wouldn't have stayed there. He just took off. And I don't know, it was just very like sad. But it was funny that he was just like, are you students? I'll buy you a new iPhone. And I should have said yes, but at first he just kept saying, are you students? And after I said no, he's just like, oh, if you're students, I'll buy you an iPhone. He's like, okay, well, take care, you know.
It's such a random thing to say, but
it was nice. But I was just like, bro, where's my free phone? But yeah, I ended up getting my phone, and I don't know, now I have my phone and it feels a little bit weird. Like, I actually like not having a phone for a couple days.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how was it that week off? You know, like, do you feel like I don't know?
Well, I
was
more
still positive, or because you know you don't have that connection with the internet. And it's so negative at times. So how was that for you? At
first I felt a little bit left out, because like I posted on Instagram for people that wanted to like message me to DM me and stuff. And I had like a couple, like some of my friends still message me and stuff. I was able to use like my Apple ID.
Oh, okay.
So I was able, you know how you could do calls with like Wi-Fi. You don't need a phone. You could do it with your Apple.
Your laptop, or right.
With your Apple ID and stuff. You just So I was doing that for like making contacts with everyone and stuff. And it felt funny, like me on my computer, like, oh, I'm gonna call my friend, and I would call them, and.
Like back in the old days. What was it? Messenger? What was it?
Yeah, Messenger.
AOL, right?
Yeah, AOL. Yeah. So I was using my laptop to message my friends and stuff. But one thing I did miss is like posting on Instagram. I didn't think I was gonna miss that, because I rarely post on Instagram here and there. Like, I'm very like, there's days where I'm very private and I don't want to post anything, and then there's days where I'm out and I'm just like, oh, I want to post this. This is just cool, you know, and I'll post it. So I did miss that. I missed a little bit, like, looking at other people's stories doing shit, and I felt very left out, like, you know, like, in the corner, like a little dog. Yeah, it was. But I mean, I got my phone back. I had to go to get it activated with like my company, and that was funny, dude. That was a funny story too. I went like 2 days ago, because I got my phone like 2 days ago. So I go, and this is in the hood, you know. So I'm there, and I'm like, excuse me, I would like to get a chip for my phone. I lost my phone, and I got a new one, and I need to get a case and the glass protector thing. And she's like, yeah, I'll help you. We'll be right there with you. They're a little bit busy. So then after that, I was next, and they were helping me. And while they're helping me, some ladies like kept passing by, and the girl started talking like, oh, it's that crazy lady, like, she always like comes in and she does something weird. And as soon as they're saying that, they have balloons outside, you know, like for the store. She fucking pops a balloon. And I was just like, it scared us, you know. I was just like, oh shit. And then she's like, yeah, you see, I told you she's weird. And the girls are like talking in between them, you know. And it was funny, me just like eavesdropping. And then out of nowhere, like the lady comes back and she's just looking at the window and she's just like it looks like she wants to take something. And I was just like, I don't know, this lady seems kind of trouble, you know. And she walks in and one of the girls like, oh, do you need help? And she's like, yeah, I want to get a phone. And she's like, okay, I'll be there with you. I'll help you right now. And I was just like, I don't think this lady wants a phone, you know? So she's just looking around the store, and I feel like she's going to take something. And she starts looking at the phones, and like, while the girl's helping me with my phone, the other one's like busy, like doing something in the computer. So I'm just like staring at her, like observing her. And you know how the phones are like, they're like stuck to something, like a wire. Yeah. She's like messing with it.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, should I say something or should I just keep watching to see what happens? And low key, I'm the type of person to just keep watching to see what happens. You know?
Play out. You want to see the chaos?
Yeah. So I was just watching her, and then she didn't even like care if we were looking at her or not. You know, she was just like looking at it, and out of nowhere, like when I turned around and I looked back, she started walking out, and I looked, dude, she took that shit. She took it.
She took it?
She took it, and then I was just like, oh, and then I told the girl, I was like, I think she took one of your phones. And she's like, oh my God. And she walks to the thing, she's like, she did. And it was like a GPS, like, it wasn't a phone, it was like a GPS thing.
Damn.
But I was just like, okay, I don't know, it was funny, but yeah.
She must have been a former worker, though, like, to figure out how to...
Nah, she looked like she wasn't all there. I think, she wasn't all there.
But I think most of the times those are like demos, aren't they? Or
yeah, they are most of the time. But that's the thing. I'm like, why would she take it? But like I said, she wasn't all there.
Not all there, yeah.
So,
man, that's
but
crazy.
She did end up going in there for a phone. Technically,
yeah.
she took a phone. She's like, she did need a phone, and she took it.
The deal of the day.
Yeah.
Free phone. Oh man. Let me know when you're done with that, because I got this one also.
Oh,
it's
nice.
A pineapple beer. You guys gotta try. They're called Ace, and pineapple ciders. They are the bomb. This is my go-to.
I like ciders.
Yeah, they're
ciders
really good.
Are really good.
And so you also went to was it Hong Kong a couple years ago?
No, Thailand.
Was it Thailand?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like I'm more jealous now. Damn.
That's another crazy story. I feel like bad things always happen to me.
Wait, bad things happen there too?
Well, I had such a good time, but I have a drunk story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand, but I'm going to share it with you guys. Yeah, I went a little too hard. So, our first time, we were going to stay there for like 12 days, like almost like a week and a half and stuff. And I went with my best friend and his family. All like his sisters usually like to travel, so they planned it. And I kept telling my friend, I'm like, dude, if you ever travel, like, let me know. I'm down, you know. And he told me, he's like, we're gonna go to Thailand if you're down to go with my sisters and his brother. And I was like, dude, I'm so down. Just imagine like going with a bunch of people. You're gonna be paying less because you're getting an Airbnb and stuff. So I was super for it.
What part of Thailand?
So we stayed in Bangkok for 2 days.
Okay.
And we like visited like all these cool temples and everything. And I noticed that when we would eat, like the food wouldn't sit well on me, like the bacteria. Yeah, dude. And I'm not saying I have like I don't want to say it sounds funny, cucaracha blood. You know, when
I've
you
never heard that.
No, well, they call it cucaracha blood, where you could eat anything and you don't get sick. So they say you have cucaracha blood. Yeah. I'm not like that. I'm very sensitive to a lot of things. And I've gone to Mexico before and I never gotten sick, so I felt like maybe it was gonna be like that. Like,
maybe it was like the spices or something.
I feel like the bacteria from the food there. Yeah. Like, yeah. There's
certain. The other people,
no,
friends,
they didn't get sick.
Only you.
Only me.
Damn.
And so the only thing I was able to eat was McDonald's. And it tasted nasty. It didn't even taste like McDonald's here. Yeah, it tasted super different. I tried McDonald's in Mexico too, and it doesn't taste the same. It's like very different.
I'm trying to remember McDonald's in Mexico. I can't remember. I've been to Burger King in Mexico, and it's not the same. I mean, the cool thing is that they add pineapple to their burgers.
No way.
Yeah, so
damn.
I wish I had that over here. Burger King, y'all need to get on that. But yeah, like.
I wonder if it's like a thing that they actually do over there, or like the person that owns that like chain, they were just like, let's just add a pineapple.
Yeah,
you know, without them knowing.
Well, since you were going to McDonald's, was the menu different or?
No, what they had like chicken nuggets. I only get chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got chicken nuggets, and I mean my stomach was hurting. I was just like
it was
hungry.
that bad. Like,
yeah, like it was like.
You remember what you ate? What was it that you got?
Well, we did try like a ramen spot, and that ramen was so good, but like it didn't sit well with me. But honestly, I feel like when I eat ramen even here, like Mr. Ramen, you tried Mr. Ramen, right?
No, I never did.
No, it's in little Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've tried
Recommend
Mr.
it?
Ramen. Yeah, the beef ramen, like it sits well with me. But then when I have ramen from other spots and they're like different, like it just, I don't know, like my stomach starts hurting and I get a headache. I don't know, but I heard it happens to a lot of people, not just me.
Okay.
Like I thought it was just me and it was weird, but I heard it's a thing, you know. But the ramen over there was good, and then we stayed in Bangkok for 2 days, and then we flew to Phuket for 8 days.
Okay.
And Phuket was nice. I was saying fuck it. I just kept saying fuck it. We're going to fuck it, and someone was like, it's Phuket or Phuket. I don't know how they say it, but I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna say fuck it. It's PHUCKET, I think.
Yeah.
Phuket. Yeah, but oh my god, if you're into like tropical areas, Phuket is a spot.
So it's a lot of like a wilderness or
it's tropical trees. It's like well, for me it reminded me a lot of Mexico. Like when I go to Puerto Vallarta, that's where I'm from. Like it's very tropical, so it gave me like Mexico vibes, but with like Asian people. You know, Asian people. I'm like, this is Mexico, and everything's cheap over there. I feel like it's a little bit cheaper than Mexico too. The only thing that's expensive is a flight over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much were the flights?
I paid like $500 to $600, like round trip. But we got a.
Well, that's not bad. I mean,
yeah.
Considering you're going to East Asia, right?
Yeah, because we went to Bangkok, and then from Bangkok we stayed there for 2 days, and then we flew to Phuket. So in total, from all that flight, it was like $600. And then from Phuket, we flew back to.
How long was the flights?
12 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was like the longest, and I'm kind of scared of flying. I didn't think I had like a fear for that, but I get scared of like, what if the plane falls and we fall in the water? For some reason I always think of water. Like water, dude, and I'm just like, so whenever we're taking off and you're close to the water, I'm like, okay, if the plane crashes here and if I survive, because you don't know if you're gonna survive a plane crash. The plane could explode and shit and you die instantly. But for me, like, I always think of survival. Like, what if the plane crashes in the water and we're like all in the water and like we have to swim back? So I always think like, okay, if we fall here, I'll be able to swim back, no problem.
Yeah.
But then the further that we get, I'm like, oh no, I'll fucking die, like, straight up. And that's my fear, dude. So the whole time, the 12 hours, I took some, like, pill to, like, sleep. I bought pills to sleep. Yeah, I was like, fuck that, because I get scared. So I took pills, and then I will wake up and be, like, I think I fell asleep for 6 hours, like, good. And then the other 6 hours, I couldn't sleep because the lady in front of us, she had a little girl, and the little girl was annoying.
Oh, that's the worst.
I felt bad, you know, this little kid, but she was just, like, very annoying, hitting the seat a lot, and I was just, like, and it was a tight space. It wasn't like we got, like, first class and shit, you know? It was, like, we got, like, regular economic, right?
Yeah.
Economic?
Yeah, economy class, yeah.
Economy, yeah, we got a regular economy class, so I was just, like, whatever, but the whole other 6 hours I was just awake, and I felt very uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, like, nothing about, like, jet lag, because 2 hours in the flight I'm okay, but dude, like, you get jet lag from, like, being in a plane for a long time. And then that was a flight.
What is jet lag? Like, how did you feel?
Like when your body feels very like stiff, and you keep stretching, and like it just doesn't feel good. Your body still feels like tired, and just like you want to sleep, so you could, like, your body could, like, I don't know, it feels like your body doesn't have energy and stuff. That's how I feel. And then, but the tickets, like the Airbnb that we got for being in 2 nights in Bangkok, sharing an Airbnb with my best friend and his sisters, I paid $78
for both nights.
For 2 nights.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and then Phuket ended up being like $180 for 8 days. So we all split it because we got Airbnb, so it was super cheap, dude. I was like, and then like paying for stuff over there is like cheap. The currency is like you get a lot for $1, which is really sad, you know. And it's a lot of like poor people over there too, which is sad. But it's beautiful, dude. Like,
So you're not a adventurous eater since you're saying you like.
No,
sensitive?
I like to eat, dude. I like
Okay,
food,
right.
but my body just doesn't take it. Like I don't know,
It's
it's
'cause,
just
like-
certain foods.
Like I seen videos in Thailand, like they eat scorpions and
Oh
things
no,
like that.
I
like-
wouldn't eat that. But
wouldn't eat that?
hell no, dude. Some venom shit right there.
Yeah.
No.
What about like chapulines? You eat that?
What's chapulines?
Like crickets?
Nah. Okay, I'll be down if I'll be down to eat crickets with like something else in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
just to eat it like that. What does it taste like? Have you tasted it?
Yeah, they're really good. I enjoy them.
What do they taste like?
Well,
Like chips
Majority
or-
of the time they're salty. Yeah, they're very crispy.
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna
the
tell you
majority of
that.
the time they're fried. For Valentine's Day, we went to this hotel, this really nice hotel, and they offered us a 7-course meal, and one of the dishes it was a pork belly taco with chapulines, which is crickets, and it was funny shit ever because I was telling my wife's cousin, and that he was there with us. I was telling him like right before the dish even came out, I'm like, "Hey man, are you guys adventurous eaters? Like, do you guys like chapulines?" And I was like, "That was fucking perfectly planned. Like it was just perfect timing." And he's like, "Nah, fuck no. Like, I'll never eat that. Like, that's disgusting." Bro. And where the restaurant where we were eating at, it wasn't well lit, so it was dark because it was Valentine's Day, so they were trying to have, I guess, that romantic ambiance, whatever. So the lights were dim, and I bite into the taco, and I was like, "Man, I know I tried this before, but I'm like, where?" And then like, I got close, and I was like, "Oh shit, those are chapulines." And I told my wife's cousin, I was like, "Hey man,
Were they already eating it? Like taking
yeah, they were
bites?
eating it," and he's like, "Oh man, this is so bomb. This is really good."
These crickets are good, bro.
And I was like, "Hey, bro, so you sure you'll never eat the chapulines?" He's like, "Nah, man. Like, I'm not adventurous like that." I was like, "Well, you just ate it." I was like, "Nah." And he's like, "Bro, you just ate it." And then my
Did
wife,
he
she
look?
took-
Like,
huh?
try to look if they were in there?
No, because he already ate the taco. He already finished it. So
Oh my god.
he was like, "Oh, this is so bomb, so
How
good."
many were in there? Like 1 or 2 or?
No, it was a couple. It was like maybe 4 or 5, and they're big. They're big.
Damn, and he didn't see it when he like.
Didn't see him. And then also we were like all drunk, buzzed because
Mm.
we were drinking all wine. It's Valle de Guadalupe, so it's very known for its wine. So we're drinking out throughout the whole day, and it was just like perfect timing. Like I said, he's like, "Nah, I'll never eat that. That's disgusting." And the first thing that comes out is a taco with crickets, and
Damn, that's
he
funny.
just downs it.
Yeah, I think I would try it if it's a taco or something. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind it, But yeah, dude, I got drunk over there. So when we went to Phuket, we wanted to like book like a really cool tour, like because we're like in this really cool island, and we
Phuket is an island.
I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it's next to the beach, so it's very tropical, And where we stayed at, it was like a couple. I mean, not even a block. It was like legit. You just walk down like
The street.
and it's like there's a bunch of bars, like a lot of cool bars. I also got weed over there, so I'll tell
Oh,
you
shit.
that. Yeah, I got weed over there. So there's a bunch of cool little bars, but yeah, when we were walking, there was this guy on because over there everybody uses like little mopeds.
Oh,
They
yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
a bunch of people. That's all you see over there. Like you rarely see cars, and people
Like the scooters, right?
yeah,
Like,
and even taxis. There's even scooter taxis.
Yeah,
so you
I
see
seen
people
those.
get on there. And it's very cool, You're just like, oh shit, like you have to trust that person, And like, yeah, dude, everyone like, so you're just like, how the fuck do you not crash? Like,
How do you
I
cross
don't-
the street? Fuck.
yeah, that's kind of hard. You have to be very careful because they don't give a fuck over there. Like, if you're crossing the street and they're about to hit you, they'll fucking hit you.
Yeah.
Like, so
I
you
think
have to watch out for them. They don't watch out for you.
I think the U.S. is like the only place where people stop for when someone's crossing the street. Like,
Yeah.
because I go to Mexico a lot, and over there they don't stop, and you're saying and over there in Thailand they don't stop. But
Yeah.
yeah. Go
They're
ahead.
Mexicans too, low key. Just kidding.
Asia's Mexico.
Yeah. So then after that, we bump into this guy on a scooter when we're walking back because we took turns making food. I'm not a cook, but I the person that I was gonna cook with, his name's Jesse. It was my best friend's sister's coworker,
Okay.
and he's really cool. And he was like, I straight up told him, I was like, Jesse, I'm just letting you know I don't know how to cook, but like I'll help out. I'll like wash dishes too, or whatever I have to do. Like I'll help you out, and we split the money for food
Okay.
because we bought like whoever's turn was to cook, they had to buy the food and like cook it. So then it was our turn. So we went to the grocery store to buy food, and when we bumped into this guy, and he spoke really good English, and he was just like, "Oh, where are you guys staying?" But like very nice, you know. We didn't feel like scared to like threaten to give us our location. We're like, "Oh, we're staying around here," and he's just like, "Oh," he goes, I'm like he works there. I forgot what he does because it was a bunch of houses, like a bunch of like cool houses, and each house it was like private, like a little private area, you know. And I guess some people like did Airbnb, some people own their houses, so he took care of that area, you know. Like he would like stop by whatever people needed, like he'll like help them out. But his side job was a tour guy.
Okay.
A tour guide, and he was just like, he already had all his stuff ready, dude. Like they're ready over there to sell. Like they're really like cool. So he's like, "Oh, do you guys want to book a tour? Like I'll give you guys a discount." And we were like, "Hell yeah!" So we started telling him how many were in our group, and he was just like, "Okay, the more like the cheaper it'll be." And he showed us like a booklet, and he was showing us like all these islands, dude. And one of them, have you seen the James Bond movie?
Which one?
It's the old one where it's like a big rock and the girl's coming out of the water. Like,
yeah.
That was one of them.
Oh shit!
And he was just like, oh, they call it the James Bond Island, actually.
Oh really?
That's the name of it, James Bond Island.
Look into it.
And he was telling us about all these cool islands and stuff, and I was just like, dude, I'm down. So we were like, yeah. He's like, I'll stop by the house later, and I'll show you guys like all like the info, so you guys could talk to the people that you're with, because it was just me and Jesse. But me and Jesse were like down. So we were like, okay, cool. So we went back to the house and we told them how we bumped into this guy, because we wanted to book a tour, but we don't know who to go to, who was like the right person. And this guy was going to give us like a hella discount. So we ended up paying like $150 or $100 or $150 each for the tour guide. And he comes back and he brings us a bottle of whiskey. He brings us 2 bottles of whiskeys. And I forgot the name of it, but it was good, dude. And when we were there, my friend Brian made me not a mimosa. I wouldn't, because mimosa is orange juice with champagne.
Yeah.
So he made me something similar with whiskey and orange juice. And when I was drinking it, I was like, dude, this tastes like orange juice, but like with alcohol. It's good, you know? So I was over here drinking it like nothing. And then my friend, he straight up went up to me and he was just like, hey, I'm just letting you know, if I'm not talking to you right now, it's because he was applying for the real world, to be in the real world.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my friend Brian. So he was he was doing the application. He had to like take a video of himself for to post, to send them in the email. And so I finished my drink, and then after that, like, I made myself another drink, and I made him a drink, and I told him, hey, I made you another drink, just letting you know. And he's like, okay, thank you, just leave it right there. So I finished my second drink, and I'm still waiting. He's still doing his like interview thing, and I was like, fuck it, I'll drink his drink. So I ended up drinking his drink, and I ended up going back to make another one. Oh, shit. And at this point, dude, I didn't think if I was gonna get fucked up, because it didn't taste like nothing. Like, just nothing. Creeped up by you. Yeah, so then after that, like, I was like, alright, I was feeling a little buzz. I'm like, I'm gonna go in the water. Dude, over there it's humid. It's like hot. So when you get in the water, like, it feels so good. Like,
it's just warm water.
Yeah, dude, it's
not like
warm.
The beaches that we have here.
It was sprinkling over there too, but like when it was sprinkling, I was in the water while it was sprinkling, and dude, it felt so good. I felt very blessed and shit. And I was taking videos of me in the water and everything, and that was the last thing I remember.
Damn.
I could have drowned.
Yeah,
dude.
I was gonna tell you that.
Dude, I could have fucking drowned. That's all I remember. Jesus. I just okay, and then I remember.
Do you ever like feeling like buzz, or you just fucking?
I was feeling like buzz. I was even recording myself. Like, I feel so good right now. Should I go in the water? And I was like, I'm gonna go in the water. So I went in the water, and it was like sprinkling, and it felt good. And that's all I remember, dude. And I remember waking up, and I'm in the fucking floor. Fuck. I'm in the floor waking up. And, like, I'm all, like with a bunch of sábanas, and I'm looking around, and the sábanas are white. Like, the blankets are white. Dude, it had, like, orange throw up everywhere. And I was, like, I woke up scared. Like, what happened? And then finally, when I'm waking up, Brian wakes up, and he's like, bitch, you almost fucking died. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, you got fucked up, April. Like, you're over here. He even took a video of me dancing, like, on my bikini. And I'm not the type of... I'm not self-conscious. I'm a little bit self-conscious, but not too much. But, like, wearing a bikini in front of people, like, I am very shy. Like, I won't do that, you know? So he took a video of me in my bikini dancing. Woo! like all drunk and shit. And he told me that, dude, I threw up a lot. They had to take me a shower because I was just throwing up.
Fuck.
Like, I was laying down in the bed, and they told me that when I was throwing up, like, I was choking.
Oh, fuck.
So they had to, like,
legit fucking died.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
So I'm over here like fuck, my head hurts so bad, like really bad, and I think this is like one of my worst hangovers I've ever had. Like, I've had hangovers, but this one was like the worst. I woke up, dude, and I felt like shit, and that was the day our tour guide was gonna happen.
Oh no.
So I was like, they were all like, oh, let's get ready, we're all gonna get ready, and I went up to the sisters and I told them, I don't want to do it, I can't. And then they're all laughing. They're like, because they knew I got fucked up. They were there. They saw everything, you know? And they're like, well, you're going to have to do it. They kind of low-key forced me a little bit to do it, dude. I would have been okay if I didn't go.
Yeah.
You know, but I kind of didn't want to miss out on a cool trip, too.
Right.
You know, so I was like, fuck it. I'll just, like, try to triumph through it. And we got on a boat, dude. I was so seasick, too, from that. And then when we were in the boat, dude, like, I was just laying down. Like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, when I feel like shit, I don't care if people see me, I'm feeling like shit. Like, I'm gonna lay down. So I was laying down in the boat, like, you know, I was, like, laying down. And people
you were on a boat hungover? Oh,
yeah, dude.
God,
and people were staring at me because I was very, like, oh.
This is gonna be the worst
like,
feeling ever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like, all, like, just in the boat and shit. And then some guy started recording me, dude. It was him and his wife, and he started recording me. And when I got up, I just looked him straight in his phone, and he got embarrassed, and he put his phone away, and his wife got embarrassed.
Fuck.
They were like I don't know what race they were, but they weren't like Hispanic or like white or anything. They were like from some other country, because a lot of people travel there from different countries. And then
and I was gonna, sorry, before I interrupt. And is it easy, like, just as an American going, like, speaking English out there? A lot of people speak English?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
A lot. It's because it's like a tour city, so a lot of people, like, they make money out of tourism and stuff. So, like, a lot of people that do speak English, I'm telling you that our tour guide spoke good English.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn, like, it's very, like, cool to see people over there, like, they learn these languages to, like, get work.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, so we were in the boat, and then my body, dude, like, my body started getting stiff because I was dehydrated. So my body like went in shock, and like I couldn't move. And like when I was trying to talk to tell my friend, like, dude, my body's stiff, like my mouth got like stuck, and I started crying. I was crying. I was freaking out, dude. I started getting a panic attack.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, because I couldn't talk, or like I was just like my whole like I was like
legit
this.
couldn't talk, like you just
I
froze.
was, yeah, my body got froze and everything. I didn't know what to do, and I started crying. And then people were just looking at me, my friend. I felt really bad for, like, my friends, like, sisters, like, you know, I don't want to ruin a trip, but...
The only thing I can think of a moment like that is, have you ever seen Get Out?
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good.
Like, he just freezes, like, when he's under... no, I won't say it.
Yeah, I know, I want to see it. I heard good things about it.
Yeah.
But I keep saying I'm going to watch it, and I haven't watched
really
it.
Good.
Yeah.
Really good.
But there's this lady there's this sweet lady that she was like, what's wrong? She was helping me. They're like really nice over there. She's like, what's wrong? And I, like, whatever I could say, I was like, hangover. I was trying to talk, you know. I was like, hangover. I kept saying hangover. And she was like massaging my body. I told her, I can't move. Like, I'm dehydrated. Because when I would drink water, dude, I would throw it up.
You didn't eat, like, some fish or something? Like, you didn't get poisoned? Like,
no, dude, it was straight up the alcohol, dude. I got like low-key like, I'm not saying alcohol poisoning, but my body, dude.
I mean, that's what probably was.
Yeah. And so, like, my body just got stiff. But I'm telling you, dude, I'm very delicate when it comes to a lot of things. So, like, my body reacting like that is, like, no shock to me.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, the lady was helping me. She was massaging me. She gave me, like, she was so sweet. Like, I don't know why I didn't need it, like, for that. But she gave me, like, you know, like, the Beaks inhalers.
Oh, yeah.
She gave me one brand new and everything. She gave me, like, water and a pill. She's like, here, and she helped me out. So I, like, tipped her, dude. Like, so after we took, like, different stops. So we took a stop to a really cool island where there was, like, a bunch of monkeys and, like, cool birds, and you have to get on a boat, like, on a little, like, canoe.
Okay.
So they got off, but I didn't get off. I was just like, fuck, I can't get off. Like, I feel like shit. So they got off, and they got to see that. I didn't get to see it. I missed out on that. But then when we got to the Jane Spawn Island, and then we reached another location where you could swim. So you could get on a boat, and it was like a beach. So they would, like, drop you off right there, and you could hang out for, like, 10-15 minutes, and then we would have to go back, and then we were going to go to the Jane Spawn Island.
And you were swimming in the beach?
I didn't get off on that time either. So
Shit, because the season.
So I didn't get to see the monkeys in the canoe, and I didn't get to swim. My friends swam, but a lot of people got on boats to like so they could reach the shore to hang out at the beach a little bit.
I'm afraid of swimming out there in Asia, like jellyfish and stuff like that. Like, I think of that type of stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, my friend swam like nothing, and I recorded him. I was able to like get energy, a little bit energy. Like I would get energy good. I was like, okay, I think I feel good, and then it would hit me again, and I would just be like, fuck. Like yeah, it was like that. So finally, when we got off on the James Bond Island, like it started sprinkling a little bit.
Now, hold on. When you say James Bond Island, like legit James Bond, like I don't know, did you ever look it up, or is it like you know, like Tijuana zebras?
No, it is. They call it the James Bond Island, and it is that rock from the movie and stuff. Yeah, it's. They made it into like a tour spot because they even had like a store where they would like sell things. A lot of ladies will sell things. It was like a little market. Okay. So there was a market in the island. So like so it's like a tour spot. And I sat down like on a like a cemented area. I just sat down and laid my head, and it started sprinkling, and the water was warm. So I was just like, oh, I felt so good. My friend got to swim in the water and stuff because the water's clear over there. But I didn't want to do none of that because I felt like, what if I threw up in the water or something, you know? And I was like, no.
Do you remember what time you went? Just like.
It happened like around, we left like around 9-10.
No. I mean like the dates.
It was like November 2018.
Okay, so November, like that's good time to go. Alright, so
yeah, it's hot over there.
Keep that in mind.
And then so after we got back on the boat and stuff, and we left. But I was starting to feel good at that time already. But dude, my hangover lasted like almost a whole day, like my body. And then ever since then, like I would eat the food over there, and it wouldn't sit right either. So Draconium, I mean, dude, it was so beautiful. I loved it. Everything, the food's amazing. Like I would recommend someone to go, you know. But if you do go, just make sure like you're safe with eating stuff. I know a lot of people take shots like 4 months before they go. That way they don't get sick or stuff like that. But I didn't think of that, you know. And I think next time if I do travel somewhere like crazy like that, I think I'll get like a shot. I don't know, because I do get scared of the food. But what was I gonna say? There's something else I was gonna say about the weed. So there's a bunch of cool bars, and a lot of people, what they do, they're from like different parts of the world. They retire there. A lot of people retire in Thailand, dude. Like there's a lot of like people from around the world and shit. And one of the bars that we stopped by was an Irish pub.
Okay.
It was an Irish pub, and I was like, an Irish pub in Thailand. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I'm down to go. So it was me, my friend Brian, and my friend Jesse, which is Brian's sister's coworker. And he's really cool. He's a weed connoisseur. What do you call it? Connoisseur? When you're like...
just making sure something.
He's a weed enthusiast, so we were like down to like find weed. He had took his cartridges. He snuck in some cartridges and like edibles. So he let us smoke here and there, but I don't want to be asking him too much for his like.
Yeah, fucking wild.
I don't want
shit like that.
I just sneak it, okay? I don't sneak it. He snuck it.
Wherever.
Yeah, but I was just like taking hits here and there from him, but I don't want to be asking him too much for it because he snuck it in, and I'm sure he wanted to enjoy his time over there.
I think Thailand's like. If I'm not mistaken,
illegal.
Yeah, they kill you if for drugs. If I'm not
I don't
mistaken.
know if they kill you, but I know it's really bad. Dude, it's even bad to take pictures of Buddha.
Is it?
Yeah, it's illegal. You can't take pictures of Buddha.
They were telling you guys over there hey,
like there's
pictures?
a big billboard that say like it's illegal to take pictures of Buddha.
Okay.
Like when we went to when we were in Bangkok, because those were the places where they had like a lot of the temples. Like one of their famous temples is there. Like if you see a lot of people posting pictures in Thailand, it's mainly like Bangkok like area, and I recognize it too. I'm like, oh, I was there before. This person went there. That's cool, you know. And so what was I saying about Bangkok?
Weed story.
Yeah, weed story. Okay, so finally when we went to Phuket, that's when we found that Irish pub, and we went to go drink and stuff. We walked around and we found that pub. So we sat down and we were like getting beer and stuff, and there was this like Irish guy sitting next to us, and out of nowhere he's smoking a joint, and we were like, oh shit, like this guy has weed, you know. So we were like, hey, what's up? Jesse started talking to him. Jesse's really good at talking to people, so he's like, hi. He goes, this is a really cool pub. Like, are you the owner? And he's like, yeah, I'm actually the owner. And he was like talking to us, and he's been a fisherman too, because he had a lot of what do you call those fishes with the stinger?
Wait, with the what?
is it a sting? No, not a stingray.
Like a swordfish.
A swordfish.
Okay.
He had a bunch of like swordfishes there, like it was really cool, and he had a lot of photos of like capturing like big swordfish.
Was he Irish?
He was Irish,
okay.
but he moved to Thailand like I don't know how long ago, but he's had his Irish pub there, so it's really cool that like he has his pub and he's like on vacation drinking in his own pub and shit. So then Jesse was like, he goes, do you know anywhere where we could get weed? And he was just like, yeah. And he was smoking his thing, and he let us smoke. We were like, dude, we don't give a fuck. This is like way before COVID, so we were scared about sharing shit with people. So he's like, do you want to take a hit? And we were like, yes, yes, please, you know. So he let us take a hit and stuff, and he was like, I saw weed, but you can't tell anybody because it's like very illegal here. And he's like, how much do you want?
Oh, well, you just burned him out for the whole world.
Nobody knows who he is, you know. So he's like, how much do you want? And we were like, oh, we'll get this much. And dude, like, he gave us like a brick like that, and it was all condensed, so the weed looked a little bit like grass and dirt. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Okay.
It looked a little weird. I was just like, I don't know. And he's like, and he said it was weed from Holland. He's like, this is weed from Holland. It came all the way from Holland. And I was like, oh shit, Holland weed. Like, you know, we're gonna try something new. But like, it didn't look that good compared to like California weed. And I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just test it out. So he bought it. My friend Jesse bought it. We went back to the house.
How
and
much
like,
was it, by the way?
I think he spent like 1,000. I don't know how much 1,000 is like in Thailand money.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but we spent like 1,000. It was like a big break like that, and we didn't even get to smoke all of it. We ended up leaving some.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he didn't take all of it. He just wanted to take a little bit because he wanted to take some, like, it's from Holland, you know, and you got it from Thailand, so he kind of wanted like a souvenir. But he didn't take a lot because he was scared of like getting caught with it too, you know.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but we left a lot of the weed there, but the weed wasn't. It tasted a little bit weird. Like, it tasted weird, but that shit got you high.
So how
like,
did he sneak in the weed or
through his luggage? Like,
he just put it in his fucking luggage?
yeah,
Damn.
I think he did it in his what do you call where you put like your toiletry bag? Is that what you call it? The toiletry, when you have your toothpaste.
Oh yeah, your toiletries.
Yeah, he put it in there. A lot of people, like, Googled it too, and people say that whenever you travel, to put it in there.
Oh shit.
And your battery, you should put it next to your battery stuff.
Man, fuck that. I'll never take that type of risk. Like, that's.
Yeah.
Oof.
I've been hearing a lot of stories, but Thailand, it is illegal over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was a little bit like scared getting caught with it and stuff, because they're really against that. They're not like all about it. But yeah, dude, that was my trip to Thailand. It was really cool. I kind of miss it. It's been like, I went 2018, so 2019, 2020.
3 years?
It's almost gonna be 3 years in November. Yeah.
Man. Yo, I want to go myself. I always want to go to Thailand. You're not gonna leave. I still haven't smoked
But
weed, though.
I saw you went somewhere. You posted a picture where it was like a temple.
Oh,
Where was that at? I thought you did go to Thailand. I thought it was Thailand.
No. Fuck, where was it? I can't remember, but I know what
Indonesia?
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
No.
No, it was Chino Hills.
Chino.
It was here.
It was here in California. Chino Hills. Damn.
Yeah. It's this really nice temple that they got. But yeah, I know what picture you're talking about.
Yeah, I've seen your picture. I was like, oh, he's been traveling, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, nice.
No, I've been traveling down south.
Where
I went to down
South?
south, Mexico. So Cancun, Chiapas, street sweeper. Nayarit, Jalisco, Sinaloa.
What part of Nayarit have you been to?
Whatever's next to Puerto Vallarta, because I think they're like
Okay.
border, right?
Yeah,
Like the
well,
border towns?
I was born in Puerto Vallarta, so we're like in the border of Nayarit and Jalisco. So I claim both. When people
I think
tell
it's
me,
Nuevo Vallarta.
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta and Nuevo Vallarta, right?
Nuevo
Yeah.
Vallarta.
Is Puerto Vallarta Jalisco or?
Yeah, it's Jalisco.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and Nuevo Vallarta's in Nayarit, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I remember they're right next to each other. Sinaloa.
Sinaloa is crazy as people make it seem, because everyone says, oh, Puerto Vallarta, it's dangerous right now. There was a time where I went, people were like, it's dangerous in Mexico, but I'm just like, not really. It's dangerous if you don't know the area, but
It's
like,
dangerous if you're looking for trouble. I
yeah,
mean,
but I'm like, my grandparents have a house in Nayarit, and my uncle lives in Puerto Vallarta, so when we visit them, it's like we're visiting family. It's not
Yeah.
like we're visiting like strangers or.
The only time we did like get freaked out was when we went to Chiapas. So we went to go to their temples, and I think it was like maybe 6 hours
Chiapas
away.
where there's pyramids?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right
okay.
there. So
Nice.
we went to this part where they had like pyramids like 6 hours away, but you gotta pass through these towns, and in one of those towns, these fucking guys, they have masks over their heads, like those black masks, like with the circles and shit,
Oh my god.
and they fucking closed the road, and we're like, ah, fuck, like
Shit got real.
they're gonna
She's
kidnap
about to
us
get
or some
real.
shit. Yeah, like fuck, here it goes.
It's funny how we always think of like kidnapping, like, oh, they're gonna kidnap us and take our organs.
Yeah,
Like,
you just think like, what the fuck's gonna happen? But apparently, like, they just stop people so that the tour guides, they can pay them, because like these towns are really poor, so they charge people to
pass.
Yeah,
yeah, I've heard of stuff like that. It's really sad.
yeah. They got left out by the government, and sometimes it's even the police themselves that are doing shit like that, which is a trip. But
The last time I went to Mexico, dude, the Jalisco governor, he got killed. It was a governor or the mayor.
Shit.
I don't know. But I went recently, like in December.
Mm-hmm.
Like December, and I came back after Christmas because I spent Christmas with my mom's family because my mom just got her visa, so she's been wanting to like visit her parents because she hasn't been in Mexico since she left when she was a kid. And so when she got her visa, like, she wanted to go, and it was like during COVID, and I was like, do you really want to go to Mexico? Like, it's kind of dangerous right now. And she was just like, I want to see my parents. Like, what if they get COVID and they die and I never got to see them? Because my grandma gets to travel over here, but the one that doesn't have their papers is my grandpa. And she hasn't seen her dad since like
Years.
like as old as me, So I kind of understood why she wanted to go. So I was like, all right, I'll go with you. And it was really fun. I had a good time, like with my mom and stuff. But I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna tell you right now too. But we went during December time, like to Mexico, which was nice. And I forgot again.
I think your thought was the Jalisco.
Oh, Jalisco.
Governor got killed.
Yeah, he got
like
killed. So I remember, like, we were driving by because in Puerto Vallarta, we live in Nayarit. Like, my grandparents have a house in Nayarit, and that's like 20 to 30 minutes away from Vallarta.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're going from here to the beach.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff, And when you're crossing the border, it's not like a crazy border where you have to go through customs and stuff. Like, you just pass the border, and it's like very easy. And so when we were passing by, we passed by like this restaurant bar, and it was closed, and they had like a bunch of like cops and but like those heavy duty cops. It was like military, yeah, like those big like metal cars and stuff, And I was just like, oh shit, what's going on? And then it ended up coming out on the news that he got killed by the cartel, dude.
Damn.
He got shot. He went to the restroom and they shot him in the back.
Damn.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
crazy.
I don't know what the story was, but I think like they were telling him not to do something, or like, I don't know, because over there, like, the cartel, dude, is very like they like control a lot of shit.
They own everything.
They control a lot of shit. I even bought weed from the cartel.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't buy it, but
I was about to say, fuck.
yeah, I didn't buy that shit. But when I went to my cousin, she was like, oh, we're gonna go to Sayulita, and Sayulita is like very like known to a lot of like tourists go and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a little hippie town, and I was like, yeah, I'm down to go to Sayulita. And when we were getting there, like, I was too excited because I wanted to get weed, and I was like, fuck, I want to get weed. I'm kind of scared of like sneaking in cartridges, and especially me going with my mom, my sister, I wasn't gonna risk it. Cause like my mom kind of knows, but I still deny it. I don't want her to like know, cause she's gonna be very buggy about it, and like they think bad when you like Hispanic people think so bad about weed, But
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell my mom that I was gonna smoke. But my cousin's like, yeah, we're gonna go to Sayulita, and I went with two of her guy friends. And I told her, I was like, hey, ask them if like they could like help me get weed. And then she's like, oh yeah, I got you. So we were driving over there, and she was smoke. She likes to smoke cigarettes. I'm not really a person that smokes cigarettes, but like I just wanted that high, So
Yeah.
I was just like, let me have one. So I smoked one. I finished it. I'm like, let me have another one. So I smoked another cigarette, and by the time we get there, I told her, let me smoke another one. So she gave me another cigarette, and it was my third cigarette, dude. I got like a cigarette like nauseous high. Like, my stomach started to hurt. I got there and I felt a little bit like sweaty. My head started to hurt. I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, why is my body like that? And out of nowhere, I felt like I had to throw up. So I told my cousin, I was like, dude, like, I'm going to throw up. So I go to the restroom and both things happened. I threw up and I got like the runs, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because of the cigarettes, dude. I'm not really much of a tobacco smoker, but
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck, like, really? So then my cousin's friend goes, all right, we're going to get some weed so you could feel better. You're going to feel better. So I was like, all right, cool. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go ask that guy. It's that guy selling some. He's like, don't come with me. Just stay right here. So I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, oh, how much do I give you? And he's like, don't worry, I got it. And I was like, oh, I felt bad, you know, his friend getting me weed. My cousin's friend getting me weed. So he bought the weed from the guy and he comes back and it's like a little bag. He got me a little bag. And in the bag, dude, they have their logo and everything. It says the Jalisco Nueva Generación Cartel. Yeah, it had like the symbol on it. And I was like, oh shit, I felt like a little badass, you know. I was like, oh damn. And then after that, we went to the beach to sit down in the beach. But like my stomach was hurting and I was just like, fuck, I can't wait to hit this. I bought like a little pipe because in Sayulita, like I'm telling you, it's a little hippie town. A lot of like hipsters, like
there's a lot of Americans there.
Yeah, a lot, dude. Like a lot of Americans. And so we sat down by the beach and like I hit it, and as soon as I hit it, it tasted so gross, dude. Medio asco. And I was like, ugh. So I laid down on the beach and I put it in my stomach, like the pipe and the weed. And my cousin's friend came back and I was like, oh, you want to hit it? And he's like, yeah. So I gave it to him, and then finally when it was time to leave, I get up because my stomach was hurting, my head was hurting. I really think I dropped the weed and I left it at the beach. I left it at the beach, but it wasn't that great. Honestly, it wasn't that good. And then I'm kind of happy that it fell, because imagine someone walking by the beach and they just randomly find weed.
Yeah.
Like I made someone's day right there. Yeah.
How was the weed from the one that you said, the Amsterdam? Because I don't think I.
Oh, Holland.
Holland.
Yeah, he said it was from Holland. I don't know. It tasted a little bit like I'm telling you, dude. It looked like grass and dirt.
Yeah.
It was like brownish, and it was really compressed. Like.
Do you know what's the difference? Like, is that what hashish? Is it, like I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that weed or is that? Because that's what it sounds like. What you're describing.
It could probably be that, dude, because it looked like grass.
Yeah. Like
with dirt. It didn't look like weed to me, you know. But I mean, it got us really high. Who knows? What is it? Hashish?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that. Yeah. Cause I wanna. How do you spell that? Let me see.
Hashish.
Hashish. Yeah, it kind of looked like that, but it kind of had. Yeah, it looked like that, but I mean, it kind of did have like pieces, like this looks more like powdered form.
Mm.
But it looked like that. Interesting.
It's just you're in California. You're spoiled with your weed.
Yeah, yeah, weed here in California is super different from like any other place, you know. My cousin did get some good weed in Mexico though, but he says he did pay for, because weed in Mexico is cheap, you know. But he did say that he had to get it from some other guy, and like
sketchy.
They won't really sell it to you because like it's not from the cartel, you know. And if they find out that you're selling weed, and they kill you and shit. Right. So the guy was very sketchy to sell it to my cousin. He wasn't too sure if he was cool or not. And in the end, he ended up selling it to him, and he sold him. I think my cousin bought a lot of weed, but I think it was like $30 for the weed. I don't know for an eighth or for more, but he says it was pricier compared to like what you buy from the cartel and shit. But he says the weed was good. That it looked good. It smelled good. Like it was some good shit. But for you to find good stuff like that over there, it's rare. It's really rare.
I still 29 going on 30 still have not smoked weed.
No?
Like, no.
Not even once?
Not once. I haven't even tried it. I want to get to it one day, but I just haven't.
Honestly, it's good because once, I'm not saying it's an addiction. It could be. A lot of people say, "Oh, I could quit any day," and it's like, okay, you could quit any day, but like, when are you gonna quit?
Yeah.
You know, they try not to compare it to like coke, like a coke addiction, like a meth addiction, like heroin, like you know, like those are like addictions, you know, and like they kind of fuck you up, and that's why I feel like people don't like to say, "Oh, I'm not addicted to weed," because it doesn't fuck you up like all those other drugs do, you know, but. Low key, like I was getting a little bit addicted to it. Like I was starting to buy cartridges. Like you know what cartridges? Yeah, I was starting to buy those. So every morning when I would wake up, dude, I would smoke. I would smoke like before like eating everything. Like I would smoke, and it started making me really lazy.
Oh yeah.
Like very lazy, very.
Why does it just make you feel relaxed? Like you just.
For me, it's relaxed because like I help out my mom and my sister-in-law. I have a special sister, so like fuck, you need a lot of patience, and like we just kind of calms me down a lot. And my sister kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety because she's very touchy. She's very like she asks a lot of questions, and like so my mind is like constantly like working with her and like trying to talk to her, and then. So I was smoking, I was smoking my cartridges. Then when I went to Mexico with my mom in December, I only smoked that day at the beach with my cousin, and then ever since then I didn't smoke for like 2 weeks. So like I was like detoxing my body, and like my body craved it, but at the same time, since I was like on vacation, like my body knew it was in vacation mode. It wasn't like, oh, I need the weed now, I need it. And then there was days where my body felt high. Like there was days where like I don't know, my body just felt like I smoked. Like my body, it was so weird. I was just like, what the fuck? My body's craving it. Like that's crazy.
When you said you got to the point where you were smoking a lot, like how much would you be spending a month? Because I have a friend that he would spend $600 a month. I was like,
no, that's too much. Like I'll probably like one cartridge like a week.
Okay. And
then I will like buy weed. So I was like I wouldn't really buy weed a lot because I kind of like my cartridge. Like you could like smoke anywhere. Like the smell, it's not. Some of them do smell a little bit like weed, but those are like the ones that are like more potent because they don't have a terpene. So the ones that have that smell, they have terpenes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be as strong. Some could be strong, but for me, I feel like the ones that taste like that smell like weed are gonna be a little bit stronger, and the ones that taste like flavor, like sometimes they taste like grape, or they taste like lemon, orange. I feel like those are not gonna be as strong because they have terpenes, But I was like smoking a lot, dude, like cartridges. And I'm not saying I was smoking like one a week, but still like smoking cartridges, and then here and there I'll buy weed and I'll smoke weed. But like I felt like every morning I started my day high.
Right.
And I kind of like will get lazy and stuff. So when I went to Mexico, I told myself, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy carts no more. Like I'll just wait. Like I'll wake up, like do like what I have to do, and then like after 5, like when people come out of work and stuff, like I'll smoke then.
Nice.
Like I'm gonna treat it as like my break. I don't want to treat it as it was like my whole morning, like. Yeah, so I started doing that, and I stopped smoking carts. I don't buy carts no more, so I'm really like proud of myself.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like I'm glad I kind of stopped that, and they could be addicting, dude, and they're not that great.
Yeah.
Like they're not. Some of them, they're not good for your body. Like I don't care how many people say that. Oh, they're not that bad. It's like no, they kind of are bad. It's not good,
Yeah.
But right now I'm just smoking weed, and then I'm smoking well, he's my boyfriend now. I keep saying dating, but I'm like, if he sees this, he's gonna be like, I'm your boyfriend now. But my boyfriend, he grows weed, so he gives me weed and stuff, so like I don't have to spend money on weed no more.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing, like weed has evolved so much over like the last couple of years. Like you said, like there's some strains that are like a lot very potent and very strong. And like I think that's also one of the reasons I never tried it, because I was like, I never had met people that I can trust, because I'm also afraid like fucking people, like they'll fuck with you, like they'll try to lace it with something, and I was like, nah,
damn,
I don't
no,
know.
that's fucked up.
Because I've had friends, like where they're smoking weed and then like
they experienced that before.
Yeah, like they lace, like they fuck with each other. I was like, dude, like that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, I've heard of people like mixing weed with like other shit.
Yeah.
I would no. I think the only thing, I mean, I've tried like different things. I've tried shrooms.
How was that? That's I'm definitely gonna do that. I don't
yeah.
know,
okay. So the first time I tried shrooms, it was like a couple years ago. It was with my 2 friends, 2 of my close friends at that time, and. My friend, she was like, I could get us some shrooms, let's try it. And honestly, dude, like the way that I saw shrooms was like, oh, trip, you're gonna trip the fuck out, but in order for you to trip, you have to eat a lot of it, like probably like an eighth or stuff. That's
how
when
much
you
is
start
an
seeing
like,
an eighth is probably, I don't know if they go by weight, because like with weed it could like some
but
weed
would be like the size of this, like how much, I don't know.
I'd probably say like a bag like that. Like
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but so I only microdosed it. I didn't want to like take a lot, so I only ate like like two shrooms, two big shrooms with the cap and the stem.
Listen.
So I had two of those, and then a full one, and then I had just the stem. Like I didn't.
Wait, what do you mean? You said you had
So
two.
it's a cap
Okay.
and the stem.
All right.
So I had two full ones.
Oh, okay.
Because
Gotcha.
when you get shrooms, sometimes they're broken and stuff.
Mhm.
Like sometimes it's just a cap, sometimes just the stems. Sometimes they're completed together, like
Okay.
depending like who gives it to you. So when I got it like I got two that were like completed, full. So I had two of those, and then I just had a stem.
Oh, okay.
So then that was the first time I tried it, and then I smoked weed because low key like.
Wait, you did both at the same time?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
That?
honestly, dude, weed helps me a lot. Like
Okay.
because especially when trying a new drug, you don't know how it's gonna affect you and stuff like that. And I'm so used to weed that I know what weed is gonna do to me.
Yeah, okay.
You know. So when I tried it, like it gave me a little bit like. I mean, it takes a while to hit, you know. But when I started getting a little like anxious, like a little anxiety, and I felt a little bit like kind of like you know, like. So I smoked weed and it relaxed me, and it was late at night already.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it, like I'm always gonna remember this. Like I have bad vision, so at the time I didn't have glasses yet. I didn't really like worry about getting like my glasses because my vision wasn't that fucked up yet. But like when I tried shrooms and weed, like I was able to see in the dark good, like a cat, dude. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna do this all the time. Like you could see clear in the dark, and because I'm kind of like a little bit blind. I was a little bit blind at that time, not as blind as I am now, but yeah, like it felt really cool. I was able to see at night, like clear, super good. I had like good vision and shit, and I was like, damn, this is really cool. So I tried it like that, you know. I only microdosed it like that, like probably twice. And then when I went to a festival, my friend, she got edibles, shroom edibles. They're like little chocolates.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm down to try it, you know. I tried it. I had a good time. It made me feel really good. But then when I started like coming down, like I started getting a little like nauseous, and my headache started hurting a little bit. So I was like, oh, I don't know, like.
Well, that wasn't like from being dehydrated, or I don't know, like.
I was drinking water and
okay.
everything. I was eating food, but like low key, my head started to hurt from the back, and I don't know. It was like the shroom, like, because it wasn't edible, and like I'm like I don't know, like I mean it didn't hit me like hard. I didn't eat because I think we had like 3 chocolates, and that was like if you ate all 3 chocolates, it was a full 8th.
Yeah.
So I only had 1 chocolate. I didn't want to like eat the other 2. I just like ate 1 chocolate, and it gave me a headache, so I was just kind of like I don't know, you know. And I still had 2 left, so I gave 1 to one of my friends, and then I had 1 left, and I used that one at another. I went to a concert. I went to a concert by myself because one of my friends was supposed to go with me, and he flaked, and I was like, fuck it, I'm still gonna go. I like this guy, and I'm gonna go see him. And I took the shroom with me, the little shroom edible, and I ate it, and then same thing, it gave me a headache. So I was like, you know, I'm not gonna do the edibles no more. And so the 3rd time, 4th time, I think, I tried shrooms. I tried it differently. I tried the tea. So the guy, we were barely dating at that time, and he's just like it was like COVID was happening. And he likes to go to festivals, so like because everything's been closed, like they had a mini desert festival. It was like low key.
Okay.
You know, like they didn't want a lot of people knowing yet because we weren't allowed to like do nothing yet, you know. Yeah. And it was gonna be it was close to Joshua Tree, like Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree. So we went, and he had the shroom tea. And the shroom tea, one of his friends, she makes shroom tea. She's like a shroom tea god, like according to what I've heard his friends say. She's a shroom tea expert. So she made us a shroom tea, and it tasted really good. It didn't taste nasty, you know. And I like the shrooms too. Like they don't taste nasty at all. They remind me of like pumpkin seeds, and I like pumpkin seeds. So a lot of people don't like the flavor of it, but I don't mind it because it reminds me of pumpkin seeds. And so he had some pieces. They were already like broken up. He had pieces of the shrooms, and he had a shroom capsule. So it was already like grinded down into a capsule form. So I had the shroom tea, I had a capsule, and I had some of the pieces. And I was a little bit scared, but I was like, low key, like we were at a festival. I was like, fuck it. It was just me, him, and
you're
a
fucking
couple
wild.
of his friends. I just wanted to honestly too, like when we were like, I thought it was just gonna be the shroom tea. I was like, I'm down for the shroom tea, but then he popped all this other stuff, and I was just kind of like, and I was like, damn, you wild. I was like, I don't even know if I know you like that, you know, like for me to do it, but like I low-key just wanted to see how like how it was gonna work out. And like sometimes when you do certain like psychedelics with people, like you get to see like a different side of them and stuff. So I kind of want to see like what kind of side it brought out of me and what kind of side it was gonna bring out of him. And like when we went to the festival, we ate it. We were in the tent we set up our tent. We ate, like, we drank the tea. We ate the capsule and everything. And they were playing good music, so we started dancing and everything. And it started hitting me like little by little. My body started feeling like very like good, and I was just like, oh shit, like cool, you know. Out of nowhere, dude, like I will close my eyes and I will see like energy.
What?
Like for real, I would see energy. And I know it's kind of weird to describe it, but you know, like the geometric what is it called? It's called sacred geometry. Sacred geometry? I think that's.
Oh, I think I heard of it before,
yeah, well, you know, like those cool sacred geometry art that they make.
Yeah.
Like when I would close my eyes, I was seeing like the sacred geometry, but like in rainbows.
Oh shit!
Like a bunch of colors, and I was just like, fuck.
So that one did actually like hit you with the.
Yeah, and then I saw a cat. I saw like a Egyptian cat, and then. Like when I close my eyes, like you know the Egyptian cats, the ones that are like
the Sphinx,
and stuff.
Yeah,
I saw one, but I don't know. It was because the guy that we were dating at the time, he had a cat shirt, like a t-shirt. He had a shirt of a cat, so I don't know if like that kind of like made me like hallucinate that. But I've heard a lot of people hallucinate cats when they're on shrooms, so I don't know if it was like a thing. So when I closed my eyes, I saw like it was like a stencil of a geometric cat, just like that.
Oh,
it was like gold. It was a gold geometric cat sitting like that, and I just saw like rainbow geometric symbols all over it.
Oh fuck!
And I was just like, holy shit, I'm tripping. and then I started dancing with him, and it was cool. And then I started getting into my head, dude, where I started overthinking shit. I'm like, fuck, am I dancing weird? Am I doing this weird? Like, I'm an overthinker, so I started getting stuck in my head, and I didn't like that. So then afterwards, we started getting thirsty. He's like, let's go back to our tent. So I was like, all right, cool. So we went back to the tent, and we were like sitting down, and I didn't want to have like any sex or anything, you know, because I was like on shrooms, and I didn't want to like trip out, and I was just like, nah, I just want to like write this out, like cool. So we just like went in our tent, and we were just like we were like just like touching each other.
Yeah.
But when I would touch him and I would close my eyes, I saw like aura. I saw like blue aura, dude, all over him. It was so crazy.
Like the Matrix, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, like it was cool. It was really cool, you know, and like and then we did kiss and stuff. And when I would kiss him, it felt very like I remember when I first like touched his lips, it felt like whoa, like it felt very like whoa, like a new experience, dude. It was like really like it was crazy, you know. But I saw a lot of color. And then I started getting a little like anxiety, so we smoked some weed, but I don't know, for some reason it gives me like me da como ansiedad, like I don't know, I think it's because it's like something new that I'm not used to. Like my body's just like gets like in flight or fight mode, I guess. So we were sitting down, and he was just like, let's talk. And dude, at this point I was trapped in my head. Like I was just like, I didn't know what the fuck to talk about with him. I was just like, I'm tripping so hard, and he just wanted to talk.
Like, I'm trying to handle myself.
And then I was just like, what do you want to talk about? And he's like, I don't know anything. And I was just like, well, I don't know what you want to talk about, you know? It was just like that, dude.
Were you telling him like, hey, I'm fucking seeing this shit, like I'm seeing a sphinx or?
Well, I did tell him. I was like, hey, like if I'm not talking too much, like don't take it the wrong way. Don't think I don't want to talk to you because you're like boring me, or like, you know. I just told him I'm like tripping the fuck out right now, and like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So then we started describing our trip together.
Yeah.
He's just like, so when I would touch him, I felt like roots, like
what the fuck,
like roots. He said it felt like veins. Like,
yeah.
I think he said it felt like roots, and I said I felt like veins. But when I would touch him, I felt like connected, like
oh shit, like
in a weird like way. And if you look up at pictures, like artists, like there's this famous artist, I forget his name is John, I forgot what his name, I'm not too sure, John Gray or something Gray. He's like this psychedelic artist. Like he does a lot of like cool art, and like most of his art is like veiny. You see like the person with like veins, and like, so that's how it felt. It was like very like that. And I think that was like the first time I tripped out on shrooms hard. And then the second, I think after that, I've tried it again, but I only did the shroom tea. I did it at a psychedelic. There's this guy I follow that he does psychedelic art, and he threw like a camp. He threw a psychedelic camp thing.
Oh shit.
So me and my best friend and my boyfriend, we went with her. She went with her boyfriend. So I did tea that time. I didn't want to do like anything else. I'm just gonna try the tea. And when I tried the tea, it was a clean high. It was clean.
Yeah.
I felt very grateful because I think the first time I tripped out, like doing it a lot, I kind of didn't like. I'm not saying I had a bad trip, but I just didn't know what to expect, and it was just a little bit too intense for me for the first time, you know. And then I guess the time I did just the shroom tea, when I will go pee, because you have to pee in the desert. Like we camped. There was a bunch of people that camped, not a lot, but it was like everyone was like separated in their own campsite, you know. And then when I will go pee, I remember looking up at the stars, dude, and I just felt so grateful to be alive. I just felt very like a lot of gratitude, you know, and I like that. I like that type of like shroom trip, you know.
Like for me, the same thing. Like, I mean, just being normal, you know. Like I never tried any of this stuff, but like when I go camping and like I see the stars, I was like, it hits me. It's like fuck, like we're like this small thing on this fucking universe. Like we're here and just grateful to be alive. Like you said, grateful to be alive. So I can only imagine what that must feel while being on shrooms or something. But like if that feels powerful enough, just when you're normal, when you're looking at the stars, like you're like, fuck, like we're just part of this universe.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm happy I had that trip, dude, because a lot of people talk about. There's a lot of people that do shrooms like daily. Not even daily, but some people do it like weekly or like, because it's something that like it connects you to like the universe, and like it just makes you like really grateful, you know. But I wanted to experience that because the times that I've experienced it, I only microdosed it. And then my big like shroom high was when I did the tea, the capsule, and like the pieces, and it was a little too intense for me, you know. So like I wanted that. Like I would have conversations with people and they love shrooms. They're like, oh, I love shrooms. I love doing shrooms when I'm at home. And I'm just like, how? Like,
how do you function?
How do you do it? Like I tripped the fuck out, but because I did 3 different things, you know. So finally when I just did the tea, I had like that. I finally had that high that everyone talked about, where it's like, it makes me feel so good, so happy. I just want to talk to people, and like that was my first time experiencing that. And I was like, finally I got to experience something clean and something nice. And I'll do it again, you know. I'll probably do a shroom tea. I won't do like capsules and I don't know, or like the pieces. The tea's good.
Well, next time you do that shit, invite me and I'll fucking go join you guys.
For sure, dude. For sure.
I really want to do that.